I never thought I'd be that girl. The one who gets cheated on. The one who ignores the red flags. The one people talk about and say, how did she not see it? But here I am. And trust me, when you hear my story, you'll understand why I didn't. It all started about a year ago. I met Ethan at a coffee shop near my college. It wasn't anything dramatic. No movie moment. No slow motion. Just a simple accident. I dropped my phone, it slid across the floor, and stopped right at his shoes. He picked it up, smiled, and said, "Careful, this thing looks expensive." I laughed and said, "Yeah, my entire life is in there." He looked at me and replied, "Then I guess I just saved your life." That was the first thing he ever said to me. And somehow, it worked. Ethan was charming. Not in an obvious way, but in a calm, confident way. He wasn't trying too hard. He didn't need to. He had that kind of energy where you just feel comfortable around him instantly. We talked for maybe 20 minutes that day. About college, life, random stuff. Before leaving, he said, "Can I get your number?" I hesitated for a second. Not because I didn't like him, but because something in my head said, "Don't rush this." But I ignored it. I gave him my number. That same night, he texted me, "Hey, it's Ethan. The guy who saved your life today." I smiled like an idiot. And just like that, it started. At first, everything was perfect. He texted good morning every day. He remembered small things about me. My favorite coffee. My class schedule. Even my random stories. Within a week, we were talking nonstop. Within 2 weeks, we went on our first date. The date was perfect. He took me to this small rooftop place. Not too fancy, but the view was amazing. At one point, he looked at me and said, "You're different from other girls." Yeah. I know. Classic line. But the way he said it, it felt real. And I believed him. A month later, we were officially together. Everything moved fast. But it felt right. Or at least, I thought it did. Looking back now, the signs were always there. I just didn't want to see them. For example, Ethan was always busy. Not in a normal way. In a weirdly specific way. He would disappear for hours, sometimes entire evenings. When I asked him, he'd say things like, "I was with family. Work got crazy. My phone died." And I believed him. Because when he was there, he was perfect. That's how he kept me hooked. He'd disappear, then come back even sweeter. More attention. More affection. More love. It felt like I was constantly earning him. And I didn't even realize it. Another thing. He never let me come to his place. At first, I didn't think much of it. He said his apartment was messy. Or that his roommate was annoying. Normal excuses. But after 2 months, it started to feel strange. I had been to his neighborhood, but never inside his apartment. One day I joked about it. "Are you hiding something from me?" He laughed. Then looked me straight in the eyes and said, "Only how much I like you." And just like that, I forgot the question. That's the thing about manipulation. It doesn't feel like manipulation. It feels like love. 3 months into the relationship, I was fully invested. Emotionally, mentally, everything. I trusted him. I defended him. I even ignored my friends when they said something felt off. One of my friends, Sarah, told me straight up, "Something about him isn't right." I got defensive. Not everyone is toxic, you know. She didn't argue. She just said, "Okay, just be careful." I wish I had listened. Because everything changed one random night. It was around 11 p.m. I was lying in bed, scrolling through social media. Ethan hadn't replied to my last message. Again. Busy. Of course. That's when I saw it. A random notification. A girl had tagged Ethan in a post. I didn't think much of it at first. Maybe a friend. Maybe a cousin. But something made me click it. The post was a picture of her and Ethan. Standing very close. Too close. Her head on his shoulder. His arm around her waist. My heart dropped. But I still tried to stay calm. Maybe it's old. Maybe it's just a friend. Maybe I'm overthinking. Then I read the caption. 3 months with my favorite person. 3 months. I froze. Because I had been dating Ethan for exactly 3 months. My hands started shaking. My brain was trying to find excuses. This must be a coincidence. It can't be him. There's no way. But deep down, I already knew. I clicked on her profile. Scrolled. And saw more pictures. More posts. More moments. All with him. Different places. Different dates. Same guy. Same smile. Same lies. I felt sick. Like my entire body just shut down. I checked the dates. Every single one matched the timeline of our relationship. Which meant, while he was with me, he was also with her. I wanted to confront him immediately. But something stopped me. A thought. What if there's more? So I did something I never thought I'd do. I kept digging. And what I found next destroyed me completely. I sat there, staring at my phone, completely numb. But something inside me wasn't ready to stop. If there was one girl, there could be more. I know it sounds crazy. But at that moment, I wasn't thinking like a girlfriend anymore. I was thinking like someone who had been lied to and needed the truth. So I went back to her profile. Started checking everything. Her followers, her tagged photos, her comments. That's when I noticed something strange. There was another girl. She kept liking every post. Commenting things like, "Cutest couple ever. You guys are perfect together." At first, I didn't think much of it. But then I clicked on her profile. And my heart stopped again. Because this time, it wasn't just comments. It was pictures. Pictures of her and Ethan. Different girl. Same guy. Same smile. Same arm around her waist. I felt like I couldn't breathe. I checked the dates. And that's when everything finally made sense. He wasn't cheating with one girl. He wasn't cheating with two. He had 3 girlfriends at the same time. Me. The girl who posted 3 months. And this second girl. Who clearly had no idea either. I should have cried. I should have screamed. But I didn't. Instead, I went completely calm. Because at that moment, something changed inside me. I wasn't heartbroken anymore. I was angry. And not the emotional kind of angry. The quiet kind. The dangerous kind. I didn't text him. I didn't call him. I didn't block him. Instead, I made a plan. First step. I reached out to the first girl. My hands were shaking as I typed. "Hey. I think we need to talk. It's about Ethan." She replied within minutes. "Yeah, who are you?" I took a deep breath. And sent it. "I'm his girlfriend." There was a long pause. Then she replied, "No. I'm his girlfriend." That moment. It hit both of us at the same time. We weren't enemies. We were victims. So instead of fighting, we talked. 4 hours. We compared everything. Dates. Messages. Excuses. Stories. And they all matched. Same lies. Different girls. Then I told her. There's one more. At first, she didn't believe me. Until I sent her the screenshots. And just like that, there were 3 of us. 3 girls. All dating the same guy. All thinking we were the only one. It sounds insane. But somehow, we all agreed on one thing. We weren't going to let him get away with this. So we made a plan. A perfect plan. We decided to confront him. But not separately. Together. We picked a day. A time. And a place. I texted him. "Hey, can we meet tomorrow? I miss you." He replied instantly. "Of course." Same place? Same place. The rooftop where he told me I was different. Perfect. The next day. I got there early. My heart was racing. But I wasn't scared. Not anymore. 5 minutes later. The first girl arrived. We looked at each other. No anger. No jealousy. Just understanding. Then, the second girl showed up. All 3 of us stood there. In silence. Waiting. And then, he walked in. Ethan. Same smile. Same confidence. Same fake charm. He looked at me first. Walked closer. "Hey. I missed you." And that's when he noticed them. His smile disappeared. "Wait, what's going on?" No one answered. I stepped forward. Looked him straight in the eyes. And said, "Why don't you tell us?" He looked confused. Then nervous. Then exposed. The first girl spoke. 3 months, right? The second girl added. Or was it 4 with me? His face turned pale. He tried to laugh it off. "This is a misunderstanding." I cut him off. "Stop." Silence. For the first time, he had nothing to say. No excuses. No lies. No charm. Just silence. And honestly, that was the best part. Because the same guy who made me question myself couldn't even defend himself. We didn't scream. We didn't argue. We just told him the truth. "You lied. You manipulated us. You thought you were smart." Then I said the last thing. "You're not special, you're just pathetic." And we walked away. Together. Leaving him there. Alone. Just like he deserved. It's been a few months since that day. I won't lie. It hurt. A lot. But I learned something important. Sometimes, people don't show you who they are. They show you who you want them to be. And sometimes, the biggest red flag is how perfect someone seems. But one thing I'm proud of? I didn't let it break me. And neither did they. Because in the end, he didn't win. We did. You made it this far, you already know trust is everything. But what would you do in this situation? Would you confront him or just walk away? Let me know in the comments. I read every single one. And if you enjoy real, crazy stories like this, hit subscribe because the next one might be even worse. Until then, stay safe and don't trust too easily.